Albus Dumbledore is often described as the greatest wizard of his age. But what makes that title so impressive is that he rarely needs to prove it. Most of the time, Dumbledore appears calm, gentle, and completely in control. Yet scattered throughout the Harry Potter series are moments that remind us just how extraordinary he really is. Today, we are looking at 5 times Dumbledore proved why so many witches and wizards considered him the most powerful wizard alive. During Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Harry and Ron use the Invisibility Cloak to hide inside Hagrid's hut after the surprise arrival of Albus Dumbledore, Cornelius Fudge, and Lucius Malfoy. While they remain hidden throughout the conversation, Dumbledore appears to look directly at them. The moment is subtle. Nothing is ever confirmed outright, but Harry gets the unmistakable impression that Dumbledore knows exactly where they are. This becomes even more impressive when we remember what cloak Harry is carrying. This is not an ordinary invisibility cloak. It is the Cloak of Invisibility itself, one of the 3 Deathly Hallows, a legendary magical artifact specifically designed to conceal its owner. And yet Dumbledore appears capable of detecting Harry anyway. Whether through extraordinary perception, magical skill, or simply understanding more about the Hallows than anyone else, the moment quietly reminds us that Dumbledore sees things other people do not. Near the end of the Order of the Phoenix, Dolores Umbridge provokes a group of centaurs in the Forbidden Forest. The encounter ends exactly as badly as you would expect. The centaurs carry Umbridge away into the forest, leaving everyone else behind. Later, however, Dumbledore retrieves her. And the truly remarkable part is how little attention the story gives this achievement. The Forbidden Forest is one of the most dangerous locations in Britain. The centaurs are intelligent, proud, and deeply hostile toward interference. In fact, relations between the centaurs and Hogwarts were already strained at this point because Dumbledore had hired Firenze as the school's divination professor. Many of the centaurs viewed Firenze's decision to work at Hogwarts as betrayal of their kind, and they were furious with both him and Dumbledore. So Dumbledore was not walking into neutral territory. He was entering the forest to negotiate with a group that already had reasons to resent him. Yet Dumbledore enters the forest, recovers Umbridge, and returns without injury. We never see the details, but the fact that it happens at all speaks volumes. Dumbledore walks into a situation that would terrify most wizards and solves it so effortlessly that the story barely stops to discuss it. One of Dumbledore's most impressive displays of power occurs inside the Sea Cave in Half-Blood Prince. By this point, he is already dying. The curse from Arvelogaunt's ring is slowly spreading through his body. He has also just consumed a potion specifically designed to weaken and torture anyone forced to drink it. Yet when hundreds of Inferi emerge from the lake, Dumbledore still finds the strength to fight. With a simple motion of his wand, he unleashes an enormous ring of fire that drives the Inferi back and protects both himself and Harry. The feat is extraordinary on its own, but the circumstances make it even more impressive. In my opinion, Dumbledore was already living on borrowed time. Had Severus Snape not eventually carried out Dumbledore's request atop the astronomy tower, I believe the curse would have killed him within a matter of days, if not hours. Even in that condition, he remains powerful enough to perform magic most wizards could never hope to replicate. And before we get to the top 2 entries, if you're enjoying the video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps support the content and lets me know you'd like to see more Harry Potter videos like this one. During the Order of the Phoenix, the Ministry finally moves against Dumbledore. Cornelius Fudge and his Aurors attempt to arrest him after the discovery of Dumbledore's army. The odds appear overwhelming, Yet Dumbledore never looks remotely concerned. He calmly explains the situation, speaks with complete confidence, and then escapes. Not only does he escape, but he does so without harming anyone. The moment becomes even more impressive when you consider something Dumbledore hints at shortly beforehand. He essentially suggests that even if the Ministry somehow managed to imprison him in Azkaban, holding him there would be another matter entirely. In other words, arresting him would simply be a waste of time. The confidence is remarkable, and considering everything we know about Dumbledore's abilities, it is difficult to argue that he was bluffing. The greatest display of Dumbledore's power comes during his duel with Lord Voldemort in the Ministry of Magic. This is not merely a battle between two powerful wizards. It is a confrontation between the two most gifted magical minds of their era. Voldemort fights to kill. Dumbledore does not. That distinction is important. Throughout the duel, Dumbledore is doing far more than just simply fighting Voldemort. He animates the golden statues from the Fountain of Magical Brethren and sends one of them racing through the Ministry to alert Cornelius Fudge. At the same time, he uses another statue to physically restrain Bellatrix Lestrange. Yet another statue is tasked with protecting Harry from danger. And while all this is happening, Dumbledore is still dueling Voldemort himself. He controls water, counters some of the most dangerous magic ever seen in the series, and continuously keeps the situation under control despite facing the most feared dark wizard in history. What makes this feat so remarkable is that Dumbledore is effectively managing multiple battles and objectives simultaneously. He isn't just focused solely on defeating Voldemort. He is protecting Harry, preventing Bellatrix from escaping, making sure Fudge witnesses Voldemort's return, and dueling Voldemort at the highest level of magical combat all at the same time. The duel ultimately ends in a stalemate, but when you consider the objectives of each wizard, the result becomes far more impressive. Voldemort is attempting to kill. Dumbledore is attempting to contain the situation, protect Harry, expose Voldemort to the Ministry, and stop him from escaping. Against the most feared dark wizard in history, Dumbledore succeeds. Throughout the Harry Potter series, Dumbledore rarely boasts about his magical abilities. He doesn't seek recognition. He doesn't need to intimidate people. And he rarely shows the full extent of his power. But every once in a while, an exception presents itself. Whether he's escaping arrest, facing Voldemort, surviving deadly curses, or accomplishing things most wizards would consider impossible, Dumbledore leaves little doubt as to why he has earned his reputation. The greatest wizard of his age wasn't simply called powerful. Time and time again, he proved it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this content, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below.